Never Hike Alone 2 raps like a body in a sleeping bag. Psycho Goreman director raps on Frankie Freako, and a 25-foot-tall Michael Myers, all on this Wednesday edition of Spill the Guts.
Like it's spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am one half of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, who, when not traveling the HorrorCon circuit with InkMirrors.com or arranging film screenings, brings you a feature show every other week, Crackle and Redbox app previews twice a month, and this horror genre news blitz roundup every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As luck would have it, today is one of those days, as it is Wednesday, August 9th, and this just in.
Hey, Meganhead! Remember me, asshole?
BloodyDisgusting.com lets us know that 1 full year after the start of production, the team over at Womp Stomp Films have completed principal photography for Never Hike Alone 2. Set as a direct sequel to Never Hike Alone from 2017 and Never Hike in the Snow from 2020, Never Hike Alone 2 picks up with Crystal Lake's haunted son, Tommy Jarvis, played by Tom Matthews, who has all but given up on his search for the long-lost Jason Voorhees, played by Vincent DiSanti. However, when Tommy receives an emergency call to pick up injured hiker Kyle MacLeod, played by Andrew Leidy, he will once again come face to face with the ghost of Crystal Lake, setting into motion a blood-soaked conclusion to their deadly rivalry. Caught between the chaos is Dr. Dina Hill, played by Anna Campbell, still searching for answers to her son's disappearance, and the ever-stubborn Sheriff Rick Colon, played by Vinny Gustafaro, convinced Tommy is responsible for it all. Fans interested in supporting the film should do so now on the film's official Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign, as the opportunity to get your name in the closing credits will be closing in the coming weeks. Never Hike Alone 2 is slated to release October of this year.
What did I tell you about coming out here alone?
Second story of the day comes from RueMorgue.com, who reports that Hangar 18 Media has announced the completion of principal photography on Frankie Freako, the latest from Steve Kastanski, who directed Psycho Goreman and The Void. The movie will be released across all platforms in the U.S. by Shout Studios, with Raven Banner handling Canadian distribution and international sales. According to the official synopsis, it tells the story of workaholic yuppie Connor Sweeney, whose perfect life is turned upside down when he accidentally unleashes a trio of tiny troublemakers into his home, led by the maniacal rock and roll party monster, Frankie Freako. It's a race against time as Connor must defeat the rambunctious ruffians and clean up their trail of destruction before his wife returns from her weekend work trip, all while going on an unexpected journey of self-discovery. Shout Studios' Jordan Fields is quoted as saying, "Steven is a human love letter to genre films, and this is a partnership Shout has long sought. With his impeccable sense of tone and humor, not to mention his wizardry with practical effects, Frankie Freako will surely delight fans of those subversive and mischievous creature features of yesteryear." Kastanski did indeed head up the creature effects along with Pasha Patricky, Michael Past, Thomas Hunt, and James Fleur through their new effects house, Action Pants FX. Action Pants was created with the purpose of providing indie genre films with prosthetics, specialty props, and creature effects, while also being a home base for all of my Hangar 18's upcoming projects, Kastanski says. Past adds, "When Steven approached us about starting up an effects shop, we were like kids in a candy store. We all grew up on practical effects movies and immediately jumped at the chance to champion that independent spirit with him." As for the upcoming Frankie Freako, it is described as an homage to 80s mini-monster movies like Gremlins and Ghoulies, but the question lingers, does it have hunky boys?
I do not care for hunky boys. Or do I?
Before we get to the last story of the day, it is time once again to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day comes from BloodyDisgusting.com with the huge news that the folks over at HalloweenCostumes.com are looking to give Home Depot a run for their money this year, unleashing a few mega-sized outdoor Halloween decorations of their own. Officially licensed, HalloweenCostumes.com just launched pre-orders for 3 different Michael Myers inflatable decorations, measuring 8 foot, 15 foot, and 25 foot tall. The company tells us, quote, "These inflatables are officially licensed, exclusively sold by us, and available for pre-order now. We estimate that they'll be in stock sometime around mid-September." The 3 different Michael Myers inflatables more or less look the same, but the prices increase as the height increases. The 8-foot version is $119.99, while the 15-foot version is $299.99. If you want the 25-foot tall Michael Myers, you'll have to spend $499.99. All 3 inflatables feature Michael Myers holding a bloody knife, suggesting he just wrapped up another fresh kill, and the look of Michael is based on John Carpenter's original classic. Head over to HalloweenCostumes.com to place your orders now.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
And that's a wrap on your Wednesday's news. Don't forget to connect with the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on all mainstream social media platforms, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and meet me back here this coming Friday for more news on another edition of Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?